How do you guys feel about shrimp tacos? I love them, and this is what I made for my clients today. Also made some aguachile for the staff here, some non-traditional albondigas soup, and flan for dessert. Started my day off by deshelling my shrimp and removing the poop chute, using some sharp scissors to cut down the back. Took some of my shrimp and cut them in half and got them marinated in some lime juice and salt. For those that don't know, aguachile is a spicy Mexican seafood dish that, like ceviche, uses the acidity and lime juice to cook the shrimp. Aguachile also has to be spicy, so my sauce consists of 3 jalapenos, 2 habaneros, and a big bundle of cilantro, garlic, and lime juice. And this one was spicy. Served up with some sliced cucumbers, avocados, pickled onions, and tostadas. And while the staff ate, I got going on making my flan. This flan recipe comes from Preppy Kitchen, and I love that guy's channel. He has lots of great dessert recipes and has really been helpful to me since I started as a private chef, since I'm certainly no pastry chef. While that's in the oven, I made some crispy shallots for the tacos. These shallots aren't coated in flour or starch and take a bit longer, but I prefer the end result. You get these beautiful crispy shreds of shallot, and also the shallot oil that's left over is a great byproduct. Got started on my albondigas, which is a meatball soup, by sweating off some onions and garlic and a bit of butter and making the panade, with breadcrumbs and a bit of masa, which adds a nice flavor and binds the meatball. Eggs, cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, and some blended up chipotle peppers. Mix that with my pork, and once it was nicely mixed, I portion and roll out my meatballs, sear them off, and then remove them from the pan to saute some onions, garlic, potatoes, and carrots. Some more seasonings and more blended chipotles. Deglaze with some white wine, top off with chicken stock, and then add my meatballs back in there to braise. At this point, I got my flans out of the oven and let those cool down and began prepping more toppings for my tacos. I was told that my clients' grandkids would be eating, so I made the guacamole with just lime juice and salt because they don't like the onions and the jalapenos. Thinly sliced up some cabbage, making sure not to be afraid because mandolins can always smell the fear. Made a cilantro lime crema with sour cream, cilantro, lime juice, salt, pepper, and a touch of honey for sweetness. And a little yum yum sauce with some Kewpie mayo, sour cream, sweet chili, and some sriracha. I like a crispy fried shrimp taco as much as the next guy, but I also love a simply sauteed one, and that's what I made today. First, I sweat off some onions and some peppers in a pan with a little butter, salt, cumin, paprika, and oregano, then removed those, seared off my shrimp with some garlic, more seasonings, and then added back in my peppers and onions, removed from the heat, and hit them with a big squeeze of lime juice. Then my client randomly asked me to pack up all the food so she could take it to a friend's house, and I made a quick demo taco so she could see how it was built and assemble them at the other house, and then I packed everything up, and that was my day.